Schlechter's Immortal. Once upon a time in the chess world, there were true chess monsters that they were playing for checkmate right from the beginning of the game. One of them was an Austrian chess master, Karl Schlechter, at the turn of 20th century. He's best known as the first player who was a serious threat to claim Emanuel Lasker's title in 16 years. He actually drew the world championship match with Lasker, but Lasker retained the title because of the rules of that time. In this video, which is the 7th part of the road to chess mastery, we are going to witness one of the most beautiful and most exciting games of all time in the chess history, an Immortal by Karl Schlechter in 1893. His opponent is Bernhard Fleissig, and Schlechter is playing with the black pieces. And in this game, we are going to see romantic era of chess. In that era of chess was completely different. Chess was about brilliant tactics, daring sacrifices, aggressive attacks, and artistic play. Let's dive into this game. His opponent kicked off with pawn to b4, Polish opening, trying to fianchetto the bishop into the long diagonal. Schlechter just responded with pawn to e6, opening up the diagonal for the bishop and controlling the center. Bishop to b2, so you cannot take on b4 because g7 is hanging. Black just develops the knight, controlling the center. Now white has to spend another tempo to defend this pawn with a3. And here we see that Schlechter, right from the beginning, starts the attack. He just plays c5, asking questions to his opponent. So are you going to take it? Because I'm going to just recapture with the bishop and developing my bishop. His opponent just plays b5. This is a normal plan in this opening. White tries to seize some space in the queen side, but black is just going to take the center, which is the most important part of the game. And here in this position, white just made a mistake, pawn to d4. He was not ready for this move. He should have just played knight to f3, trying to develop the pieces. He just plays d4, and I guess he just overlooks that black has this wonderful check on a5. So once again, in attacking mindset in chess, you are not just going to develop your pieces without any kind of meaning. In this kind of chess, you are going to ask questions to your opponent. You are going to develop, and you're going to see what's wrong with your opponent's position, and you're trying to exploit it. So in this position, black can just simply develop the bishop, but he tries to give a check. Why? Because this pawn on b5 is hanging. So white cannot just simply place queen d2 or c3 or something, because I'm just going to take the pawn, attacking the bishop, winning a pawn right from the beginning. So white just plays knight c3, but this knight now is pinned to this king. Wait and see what happens in this game. Knight to e4. Black starts the attack. So the only move here for white is to play queen d3. Otherwise, he's just going to lose the knight. Queen to d3. Okay, knight to d7 by engine is okay. Also, e3 was a move, but black was still much better. C takes d4. Black just goes for the attack. He just goes for direct play. At that time, it was just all about direct play. They had a famous saying, attack, and if it's not possible, just attack. It's a very crazy quote, but it was the spirit at that time. So white has now to take back, and black just says, okay, I'm just continuing the attack with bishop to c5. You can just take it. Of course, white has to take it because both c3 and f2 are hanging. So white just takes it. Black takes on f2 with check. So now white's king is in the center. And here, where an Immortal game starts. In this position, probably till here, many players would have played like this, but Schlechter in this position didn't follow what Engine says. Engine in this position says just play rook f8 and you are much better. And it says that Schlechter's move is actually a mistake, but I'm going to correct the Engine. It's not a mistake. It's a brilliant move. He just plays d4. It's not a mistake, and it's a brilliant move. This move is just a brilliant move. Black still has -1 pawn advantage, so it's much better position for black. And he just sacrificed the rook. At that time, it's a daring sacrifice. Once again, this is the spirit of that time, just sacrifice. Because white's king is in the center, black is just starting the attack very soon. He's not going to waste the tempo. Of course, rook f8 was good. The reason is you cannot take on e4 because of queen e1 checkmate. You cannot move this knight, so I'm going to take it. White just takes it with check, says what's wrong. And now king to e7, a great move. You can even take this one if you want to, which in the game it happened. He just took it. He could have played knight f3, but still the game was lost. Like if you could have also played knight to f3, knight takes c3, bishop takes c3, queen takes c3, threatening the rook, rook to b1, and after bishop e3, black has just a simple game. He might wants to play knight d7, knight c5. White king is still in the center. It's a chaos, but black is much, much better in this position. In the game, white just simply takes on c8. He's saying, okay, I'm threatening this one. Okay, if you take here, there is no big deal. But black just take it. Black just take it, and now he has the threat of taking here. White in the game played bishop c1, which was the best move. If you take here, we check. The problem is knight d7. And if you're just going to, I don't know which, knight d7 is not the best move actually. The best move in this position is king f6. Wow, I just missed that. I thought the best move is king f6 is very hard to play, to be honest. So if you're going to take the rook, first of all, black is just going to take here. It's mating 2 coming from these two squares, and even queen a4. So if you're taking the knight, now black takes on b2, once again threatening this. And if you give a check, I guess coming back, or g6, I don't know where to go. It's a crazy chess position, don't blame me. I mean, after a while, okay, I guess I should go to e7, why not? A queen b4 check, okay, but then it's going to be checkmated. King f8, and after this check, I guess we're going here, and there is no more checks, and b takes a1 queen, and queen e1 is just checkmate. So white is not able to run away from this fight, so in the game, he just tried to play bishop c1 to rescue this bishop. So even queen takes b7, king f6 was a crazy line. But in the game, here Schlechter, once again, didn't follow what engine says. Engine just says play queen takes b5 and you're completely winning. Queen d5 check is coming and you're defending b7. But Schlechter just played another daring sacrifice with knight d7. I will fix this one as an interesting move. It's not a brilliant move, it's an interesting move. White now can reduce the damage in this position, but he went on to win the rook. At that time, they were just capturing everything that they were offering. They were offered, like in this position, he just takes the rook and says, let's die on full stomach. But he should have taken on b7. If queen takes b7, we have rook d8, queen takes e4 only move, knight to e5 check, the king has nowhere to go, so you need to play here, and even rook takes d3. And after e takes d3, we have bishop takes g1, a very nice move, a very great resource, because of queen b6 right now. And black is going to win this rook, because rook h1, we have knight g4 and knight f2, and black is winning in this position. So even what Schlechter played is completely winning. It's -2, so it's winning. So there is this is not a blunder. This is not a blunder. Like, it's a blunder if you don't see queen takes a8 and if you don't see queen takes b7. But he calculated everything. And after queen takes a8, he just takes on b5. He just takes on b5. And those of you who watched till here will saw a great sequence of moves from here. Bishop to f4. In this move, white is just trying to vacate this square. Queen to d5 check. And now king to c1. After king to c1, black has checkmate in this position. Black has checkmate in 7 moves, and he goes for it. At that time, he sacrificed 2 rooks on h8, and that was a common theme at that time. And everybody was trying to sacrifice both rooks. I remember some Alochain games at that time that he's doing so. But in this position, black just sacrificed the bishop on e3. A brilliant idea. And after bishop takes e3, says, what's wrong once again? Knight to f2, sacrificing another piece, and white just have to take it because there's queen d1. If you go here, even there is queen b5 and queen b2 checkmate, so you cannot run away. And in the game, he just takes on here and queen d1 check, and here and here, and queen takes c2. Checkmate in 20 moves by Schlechter. What a game! What a game! I mean, that's a fantastic chess game for me. Let's review it once again. Before we have the Polish opening, so now you know how to play against Polish opening. Also, try to take the control over the center. And if not like this, you can just go for bishop d6, a6 in recent future, castle, sometimes knight d7, e5. Even black has a good play, but white just plays d4, and now instead of just continuing our development, we just use this very important move to disturb our opponent, and knight d4, e3, okay, knight c3, like in, I guess engine will suggest queen d2, and after that we have something like this, and black still wins this pawn. Black still wins this pawn, and it's a pawn up position for black. So it's the best way to just give that pawn. But he played queen d3, and after this, black didn't stop, didn't hesitate for a moment, and even he didn't play rook f8, he just played d4. And sacrificing this rook, sacrificing this bishop, and here even sacrificing the rook, sacrificing everything. Queen takes b7, only chance, but didn't play it. And after this is just all over. Queen d5 check, king here, and bishop check. White should have probably done something else, or here he could have, for example, maybe give some checks with the queen to postpone the checkmate. But it doesn't work in this position, and still white is checkmated, and a great game. Just he needs one queen to checkmate his opponent. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, we saw this attacking mindset and how to attack right from the beginning of the game. You can go and watch this video also. It's one of the best games of Mikhail Tal that he won in only 17 moves at that game. Go and watch it and enjoy the magics of magician of Riga.